Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at the Celtics. The season well underway, and they've been solid in third right now. And, of course, the Hawks just way behind.
And, you know, for the Celtics, got to be one of the feel-good stories of this NBA season. Not many people were talking about them coming into the start of the year.
No doubt about it. They're one of the top teams everyone's talking about, top to bottom. Everyone in the organization, that means front office, coaches, players, just done an outstanding job this season.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Clint Capella is out there with Collins, and it's Young in at the point. And for Boston, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt, and it's Cantor in at the 5. Now, here is Young. What a tremendous game he played against Minnesota. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, Boston. Capella, the pass to Hunter. We're just halfway through the season. Brent, talk about the value of leadership and keeping everyone focused night in and night out.
A lot of that will come from your coaching staff and the messaging, but I will tell you what, Kevin, playing with a star player that goes out there and does it night after night, watching James Harden, watching Russell Westbrook, watching Steph Curry, have the kind of unreal performances for the game 56, the game 68. You're just sitting there in amazement. You want to step up and say, you know what, I want to be there for you.
But to me, that may be the most important. Like every game they're there. Like every single game.
They are there. They're excited to be there. They're excited for you to be playing, and they raise the level of your attentiveness to being competitive on a nightly basis. And truly, those guys become inspirational to you.
Hayward can hit. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Herter passes to Young. And he uses the glass on the layup.
That's a tough take right there. This is what makes Trae Young special. Willing to go in there and stay composed under pressure.
Brown kicks to Tatum. Pass to Cantor. The Celtics working the ball around now. Brown outside. And the 3 ball is good.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Collins. Young against Walker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Brent, many consider Trae Young the first product of the Steph Curry generation. He grew up in the age of the three-point shot.
I think that's pretty fair. He said he recorded all of Steph Curry's games. He studied them and tried to see where Steph was gaining some advantage, and that balance of his shooting and his playmaking, then moving without the ball. You can see all of those sort of attributes that are coming out of Trae Young, courtesy of Steph Curry.
First one falls for him.
Well, as good as he is offensively, the challenge for Trae Young as the years go on here is to stand up defensively and shut down whoever he's guarding. Small and slender. If he can become just a little bit above average on that floor, that's a huge win for the entire team.
Brad Wanamaker's checked in for Walker. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And he said he's eager to change the narrative about his defensive shortcomings. But, Brent, what does Trae Young need to do to improve there?
Well, I think he has to look at the approach that Steph Curry had. You remember with the Warriors, a lot of questions about Steph not being able to guard his position and shifting off with Clay. Well, Trae's got to accept that challenge as much as he's trying to lead this team offensively. If he can show defensively he can be consistent, that's going to go a long way for these young Hawks.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
And Brown drops them both.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Herter. 11 points for him in that last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Smart's checked in for Boston. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
Pretty early to be over the limit. That foul situation is something we want to keep an eye on. They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Huerter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
He misses the free throw. And Greg Herter, the 19th pick back in 2018, sweet touch and at 6'7". Good size at the shooting guard position.
And the Hawks general manager, Travis Schlenk, coming from the Warriors with Trae Young and Kevin Huerter. The Hawks hoping they have a kind of Splash Brothers East.
Here's Wanamaker. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Tatum, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
Well, guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
And that one falls for Tatum. And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
Alex Len's checked in for Atlanta. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Moves on moves. Greg, that's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
Now, here is Young, and the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game. Here's Smart. Cans it from downtown.
And, of course, this is Smart's biggest hurdle. Sometimes he looks great shooting the 3. Sometimes, though, it's just the opposite.
Here's Young. They get it again. Len, good.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Pass to Cantor. Collins against Tatum. Len grabs the board.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Hunter. And the shot is long. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 1. The pass to Wanamaker. He kicks to Tatum. The Celtics working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. And slam dunk by Tatum.
A terrific athlete at that wing with good bounce. Tatum, fun to watch.
Passes it to Len. And here's Collins. He's covered by Cantor. Here's Herter. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game.
And even with the shift from Budenholzer to Pierce, the Hawks continue to rely on the three as much as any team.
No doubt about it. I think the front office still accentuating the fact that they want to find some floor spacers after that 19th pick in John Collins, a guy that can rim run and protect the middle. They wanted to go after as much shooting as they possibly could.
That one is off.
Already impressing at a young age, Kevin Huerter's dead-eye accuracy from deep, combined with being a fearless competitor going inside. It's going to pay some dividends throughout his career.
Celtics making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And he sinks the second. Here's Wanamaker. 8 points his last outing. From deep. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
Young passes to Collins. Here's Huerter. Shot clock at 6. And here's Collins from outside. Atlanta gets it back. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor. Celtics on D. It's a three-point game. Pass to Huerter. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Hard to stop with how quick Huerter is able to rise.
Outside Williams. And here's Cantor. No points in the game yet for him. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Making free throws a big key for any team. Let's see the best in the NBA. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Young with the ball. Now defended by Hayward. Young against Hayward. And stolen by Hayward. Out in his own on the break. Here's Wanamaker. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Wanamaker's got 5 points so far. The Hawks trail by 3. Young dishes to Collins. Jacks up a 3. And Tatum pulls it down.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Huerter, no good. Celtics leading by 5. Pulls up for 3. The shot, no good. Atlanta's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Huerter showed some great progress in his first year and now showing how much more comfortable he is.
The Atlanta shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And he knocks down the first one. Brent, when it comes to moving around in tight quarters without a lot of space, who's the quickest player that you have seen in a half-court set this year?
Still remarkable to watch where it is that Kyrie Irving can get to on the floor in any sort of possession. It's like he could take, 50 dribbles in a phone booth and find a way out of it. spinning around and finding gaps within the defense.
What a handle.
But it's not his handle with just the one hand, right, Kevin? It's about he has an idea of after he does the moves around the traffic, when he gets into the basket, multiple ways of finishing, much like Rod Strickland, who's a tremendous finisher in his days years and years ago. Kyrie's got a lot of that in his game.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Williams. He's coming off a 13-point game against Orlando. Shoots the three, drills the three-pointer. Wanamaker's got 10 points in the game.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Teague against Williams. Teague can't hit.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
So it's the Celtics now. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And the difference in that one, the efficiency from range. They really focused on getting good looks.
It looked like the directive in that game was that they wanted to attack, and all that work that they put in on the perimeter turned into a big night from deep.
Pocket two. Wanamaker misses. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. They trail by one. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Yeah, they sapped the energy right out of the building in that one. They just were knocking down threes, and it was deflating both for the team and the crowd.
Andre Bembry's checked in for the Hawks. Here's Wanamaker. Teague covering. Wanamaker the pass to Tatum. Easy jumper from very short distance. Tatum's got his second bucket.
Yeah, in one-on-one situations, Tatum is a nightmare to guard. Versatile offensively, and really allows him to score consistently.
Here's Williams, and it's Williams finishing it off.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Bembry the pass to Reddish. Graham with the ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 6 on the shot clock, and there's the feed to Reddish. And that one, good.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Wanamaker the pass to Poirier. Pass to Tatum. Fires for three. That shot off, and Atlanta will go the other way with it.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's Reddish. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First trip to the line for him here.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
That free throw good from Reddish. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Now here's Williams. Graham defending. Got a piece of it. Now Reddish. 9 points in the game so far. Chalk up 2 there.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
1:27 left to play in the first quarter. Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession.
All right, a chance to check out numbers for Hayward. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. He's around 18 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And when it all comes together for him, this is what he's capable of.
Yeah, this is what his coaches have been waiting for that light bulb to turn on. And right now, it is burning bright. He looks fantastic.
Williams outside. Atlanta with the rebound.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Here's Teague. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Hayward. Fast break, here we go. And Jones sends it back, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. And the pass to Wanamaker. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Hawks leading by 3. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
To the paint. Shots good by Williams. Williams has got his second bucket of the night.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Teague feeling it out a bit. Now the dish to Reddish. Five to shoot. Passes it to Jones. Beyond the arc. And Tatum pulls it down. Pass to Wanamaker. Back to Tatum. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And we'll be back with you shortly. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I always said it's even past my dreams. I mean, now I'm just living the moment, trying to work hard as I can, and just enjoy the present. Enjoy the present.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Walker and Smart, the guard. Williams is out there with Brown, and it's Poirier in at the 5 down low. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Now here's Teague. Bembry kicks to Teague. Bembry the pass to Reddish. Over Walker. A shot by Reddish, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Brown finds Walker. From outside the arc. And it's Brown missing. The Hawks trail it. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Graham, the pass to Capella. To the middle. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
It's stolen by Reddish. Goes up. And he finishes the break with a lay-in. Reddish has got 13.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical for trash talk?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper
Right.
or a wink, you know, the way that they look at it.
It's both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. And sometimes I like to see them getting after it a little bit.
Cantor, he's checked in for the Celtics. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Brown kicks to Walker. Clock at 6. The kick out to Brown. Over Hunter. Boston again missing.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Another shot, and the layup good by Collins. And the Hawks lead by 4.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Brown outside. Rebound, Atlanta.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Capella inside. He's covered by Cantor. Here's Bembry. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Goes back up. Excellent D there from Williams.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Here's Young. Following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Here's Bembry. He's guarded by Williams. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Here's Smart. And the rejection by Collins.
No, sir. Collins sending that one away.
Kevin Huerter. He's checked in for Bembry. Outside, Smart. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
And that one misses. You know, Greg, defense forgiven for Marcus Smart. The growth necessary for him has been at the offensive end.
And now, finally making progress as a three-point shooter. Had already made strides with his passing. He's becoming quite the two-way player.
And he's good on the second.
And some of what Smart gives this team doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he makes plays that help you win.
Now, here is Young. Basket made, just his second this contest. He's 2 for 7 now.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And it's Brown missing.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
Shoots from the baseline. Here's Collins. Pass to Young. The tray trains the three-pointer. Young's got the lead up to 6 now for the Hawks.
Yeah, and they have dialed it up a notch here, really battling to extend this run.
With some arc. Rebound, Atlanta.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Now, here is Young. Back to Huerter. Shot clock at 6. And Cantor pulls it down. The Celtics have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. Here's Herter, guarded by Smart. To the inside, stolen by Cantor. Smart on the wing. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. And that's now 6 points for Marcus Smart.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Shot's good from Young.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Brown outside. No good on the three.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
The pass to Collins. And here is Hunter. Here's Herter. He's got 6. Young outside. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Atlanta leading by 5. Here's Herter. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Brown. And the dunk by Brown.
And Brown runs the floor like a freight train. At 225 pounds, he's a mammoth that wrecks defenses in transition.
Now, here is Young. He's got 12. They get the rebound. Hunter. It's tipped. Out of bounds. Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Lenz checked in for Atlanta. So it's the Hawks now. 3-point lead. Shots good from Young.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Now here's Cantor. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 4 on the clock. Poke loose. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And Herter gets it to go. And it's an 8-point Hawks lead.
Well, getting to the right spot so important in the offense, and Herter positioned himself well in the fast break.
Took him no time at all on that one. Walker's got his second basket of the game. Atlanta's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Passes it to Hunter. In the corner. Herter with it. Shoots over Brown. Almost, but it rolls out.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Walker. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
On its way from Young for 2. Jump shot is good that time. Young's got 13 points in just this quarter.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Back to Walker. Young against Walker. Lets the 3 fly. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
He dishes it to Cantor. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Walker. The 3. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. Shoots it up. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Hunter's got the lead up to 11 now for the Hawks. Walker dishes to Tatum. To stop the run. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Trae Young.
Really easy to appreciate Tatum's ability. Doesn't back away from the contact when he's in attack mode at the rim.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Tatum.
Earning all rookie first team honors after a brilliant first year, Tatum quickly became a fan favorite.
And so he hits both. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Reddish the pass to Teague. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
1:36 left here in the second. Here's Reddish.
And he has not been able to keep up that pace he had going in the first quarter. And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Here's Wanamaker. Teague covering. Poirier no good. Atlanta leading by 9. Graham kicks to Teague. 59 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And Boston with the rebound. Here's Wanamaker. He's got 10. Pass to Smart. Here's Poirier. Reddish grabs the rebound.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
And the basket by Jones.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Wanamaker the pass to Brown. Let's go. That's not going to go. He's 4 for 10. Outside Teague. From deep 3-point range, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Jeff, you guys had a great first half. Is the key to the second half to continue to be that aggressive?
Yeah, we got to play defense. They're a really good team. They're going to play hard. They're real physical. We just got to come out and keep guarding.
Jeff, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He had 20 points and 1 rebound. The first 2 quarters tonight looked a lot like what we saw from him in his last game. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how Atlanta played?
Man, we just saw the best of Trae Young. Unlimited range, can make plays for others, will always be at a size disadvantage, but refuses to let that stand in his way.
Kenny, how'd you think the Celtics were playing?
Well, the differential in rebounding was huge. And it goes back to the fundamentals, blocking out and just maintaining position. Instead, they went to the lazy man's route, flying in the air, trying to steal rebounds. Well, that didn't work. No one is going to give you an easy rebound. They need to show some fight.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Yeah, and the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Checking out the group for Lloyd Pierce to start the second half. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. And here's Walker. Following the three-pointer from DeAndre Hunter. Hayward on the wing. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Walker dishes to Hayward. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now is massive.
And that one's good. Hunter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Cantor. The pass to Walker. Boston, no good that time either.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
Yes, that goes in.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Looking to end the run, and he knocks down the jumper. Walker's got 8 points. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
Hunter, no one around him. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist in this one. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Boston. And now the first timeout called here for Boston. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Not sure what the defense is thinking, or if they are. They continue to let him shoot. That is bad defense.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Collins.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
Walker with a clean look. Knocks down the 3 ball. 11 points in the game.
And this is where Walker thrives, an assertive long-distance shooter.
Passes to Young. Capella with it. Back to Young. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Kemba Walker picks one up. The Hawks have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
In the 2018 season, as the 5th overall pick, Trae Young was phenomenal towards the end of the year, winning 3 straight Rookie of the Month awards.
Bembry's checked in for Kevin Herter. And so Young nails them both. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in there?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right, all about communication.
That communication as quick as you possibly can, that's an important factor.
Schedule, yes.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
The Hawks have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. The Celtics making a switch here. Williams is checked in.
An athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments.
Walker finds Hayward. Williams against Capella. And Capella sends it back. Stolen by Walker. Dishes it to Hayward. Brown outside. And here's Hayward. Yep, that one goes in there.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Williams comes with a double team. And the dunk by Capella.
So unselfish there. Young doing a good job of finding the open man.
Brown the pass to Williams. Back to Brown. And Capella sends it back.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
One shot.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Boston's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. A nice shot by Teague.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Here's Walker. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
That is how he rolls. A prolific scorer. Walker's been calling his own number tonight.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career.
Now, here's Reddish. He's got 13, and Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's number 4, definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
Here's Capella. He has 6. Outside Teague. Pass to Reddish. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Boston. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Collins. Lobbed up there for Collins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
That connection with Collins, that's an impressive play and very, very high percentage.
Walker the pass to Wanamaker. Brown right side. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul. Smart's checked in for Kemba Walker. Then for the Hawks, Alex Lenz checked in for Clint Capella. And Damian Jones subbed in for John Collins. Hawks on D. Pass to Wanamaker. Here's Poirier. Rebounded by the Hawks. Reddish has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And there's the pass to Bembry. Teague with the ball. 5 points in the game. 6 to shoot. Shoots a fader. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 4 rebounds in this game. Smart deciding where to go with it. Outside Tatum. Len with the block.
Well, putting the wingspan to great use, Len throws that one away.
Now T. It's his first trip to the line.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Teague.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
And the Hawks making a change here. Graham's checked in. And so Teague hits 2 free throws. Boston's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Brown outside. Back to Wanamaker. Passes it to Poirier. Just 5 to shoot. Now here's Brown. Graham defending.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
A floater. They get it back. One kicks to Graham. Sinks the triple. Graham's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Drills it from outside.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Now here's Teague. He's got 7. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Celtics have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
That free throw good from Brown. And Brown drops them both. And here is Teague. Pass to Jones. Outside Teague. Kicks it to Len. Here's Graham. Guarded by Smart. And it's Graham missing. Here's Wanamaker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Celtics have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one at the line is good.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for Atlanta. Reddish the pass to Len. Outside Teague. Pass to Graham. Shot clock at 5. Jones with the bounce pass. A shot by Reddish, no good. The Celtics shooting not great, 40% for the game. Now here's Smart. Graham defending. Smart misses. Hawk shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Outside Teague. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And, of course, always keeping an eye on the top rookies in the league. We get a chance to see the first-year players with the most steals this season. The 4th spot held by Cam Reddish.
How about the anticipation and really his aggressive mindset defensively? He's always pressuring, always looking for an opportunity to force a turnover.
Free throw good. Teague. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Celtics. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Reddish. And so Teague hits 2 free throws.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
Now the pass to Wanamaker. Wants to get it to Brown and does. And that one drops. Brown's got 19 points.
And Brown is just a physical beast, especially inside where he gets whatever he wants.
Outside Teague. Stripped away. Here's Wanamaker. Teague covering. Wanamaker the pass to Kanter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jeff Teague.
And this is what he's worked on. As Kanter has become a more polished inside scorer, he's been drawing more fouls.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
The first one falls.
Such a big guy, Kanter, but also incredibly lean. At the NBA Combine, for instance, he tested out at 6% body fat, an extraordinarily low number for a man of his size.
And Kanter drops them both. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Teague, the pass to Jones. And it's blocked.
That's good footwork from the big man as Cantor aware defensively to get to that one.
And there's the call on Kevin Huerter. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The first free throw is good. Both good from the line that time. Here's Teague. 9 points in the game so far. From deep, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The Hawks on top, opening up a huge gap. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Games like this, you find out what you can take with you, right? So no matter what, if we come all the way back and get over the top, that's great, okay? But we're taking something from this quarter regardless. Play the right way all the way through.
Well, he wants his guys to just play their game.
And Brad Stevens is a realist. Kevin, he knows even if they don't get this win that it's huge that his guys at least learn something from this game.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Celtics. Green is out there with Ojale. Then there's Edwards. And it's Waters in at the point guard position. Austin with the ball. Following the bucket by the Hawks. 3 on the clock. Here's Edwards. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
T. Great T that time from Green.
Oh, just everything right about that crossover. Just didn't have anything left there for the finish.
Tries again. And no good that time. So Atlanta will take it the other way. T kicks to Graham. Here's Huerter. Edwards defending. Here's Jones. Great D that time from Green. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Boston making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Bembry's checked in. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Waters passes to Williams. Celtics passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. Lays it up off the glass.
Now that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Williams against Teague. Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win for the
I'd like
NBA.
to see more, actually.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
Bembry. The Hawks again can't hit. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Boston Celtics. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Now here's Hayward. Here's Cantor. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Young kicks to Hunter. Passes it to Capella. Here's Bembry, guarded by Smart. Stolen by Smart. Pass to Cantor. The dish to Walker. Rebounded by the Hawks. Young's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Hunter. Traps in the tray. Hunter's got 14 points here in the second half.
He has been an absolute wrecking ball from outside during this half, guys.
Smart kicks to Tatum. You know, Brent, something other major sports do, receding during the playoffs. So the highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds. And do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
But they'll get another chance. Walker with it. Shot clock at 6. Here's Cantor. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Cantor's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Outside Collins. He kicks it to Young. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Out of Wake Forest, John Collins quickly emerging as a top-notch scorer. A tremendous finisher, and his range extends out beyond the arc.
On defense, the Hawks. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Walker finds Tatum. Walker with it. Young with the steal. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Bembry controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Now Cantor. Here's Walker. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor. And players with big numbers on losing teams can be accused of empty stats. So, Greg, do you take Collins's with a grain of salt?
You look at his field goal percentage, high 50s. He's not just a high usage player. He is highly efficient. Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Yep, it counts. 39 points for Trae Young.
And now the defense, full attention and antennas up. Trae Young getting warm.
Tipped away. Young with the steal. There's the double team with Walker. He tries for 3. Good on the three-point shot.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Celtics have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James, whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
Now, here is Young, and count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And playing with the lead, you can see they're making a much more concerted effort to work the ball inside here in the second half.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Green comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Edwards in for Kemba Walker. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Atlanta.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Reddish. And the Celtics with possession here. Here's Wanamaker. Down low. Here's Cantor.
Using some brute force to take it strong to the rack. Cantor leaving nothing to chance.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Embry the pass to Len. Lets a floater go. Over in the corner, Reddish. There's the triple. He can't get that one to fall.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those.
Green kicks to Ojale. Here's Wanamaker. Lock at 6. Len grabs the board. Len's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Bembry. Pass to Fernando. And here's Len. And there's the pass to Fernando. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. From deep three-point range. And again, Boston with the triple.
Kind of like playing in the rec league. Little to no defense on that possession. And the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Passes it to Fernando. For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. Now, I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
For Atlanta, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Reddish dishes to T. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Pulls it up. The shot by Reddish, no good. And here's Boston. They're on an 11-3 run right now. Pass to Edwards. Here's Poirier. Pass to Ojale. On the wing, Green. Defended by Carter. And it's Green missing. Atlanta's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Len passes to Teague. Poked away and out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. So Boston ends up going with a new group, and the Hawks will go for a different look here. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And Walker kicks to Tatum. The pass to Cantor. Walker with it. Capella covering. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
Here's Herter. Bangs home the trifecta.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line, and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
And the Celtics with possession here, following the three by Atlanta. 6 to shoot. The kick out to Brown from the arc. That's tipped.
How about that? That's a big boost defensively if Herter can get in there and block shots and intimidate in some way.
Teague finds Collins. Here's Herter. Back to Collins. Outside Teague. The three. Rebound Boston. Tatum's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Hawks.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
Really a big-time win for these guys. They lost their first 2 games of the year to this team, so they won't be in danger of getting swept when they meet for the 4th time.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Trae Young.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in, and if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Fires the three, and Herter gets it to go.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Walker goes in. Basket counts.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Outside Collins. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long, everyone.